Welcome back to Midwest Access. I'm your host, Jesse Allison. Well, many of us have a mood change when it starts to get cold outside and don't get as much sun. And Tim's here to talk about seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD, very aptly named.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, it didn't used to bother me when I was younger. And the older I've gotten, the less sun is just like, where's my energy?
It can be brutal if you let it affect you in that way. I think, it's a combination of post-holiday blues.
Oh, yeah.
A combination of dark, cold. It's been really, really cold.
Yes.
And for people that already have depression, it's very debilitating. I work with a couple of people right now that are having a hard time even leaving the house. Oh. And that isolation leads to, more mental health problems.
Right.
So, you have to be intentional and you have to kind of be a cheerleader and I hope to see you tomorrow, So you just keep doing that, and then when they show up, usually they get a smile on their face because obviously I run a lot of groups. Yeah. So that's one of the things that you can utilize is strength in numbers in that community. Yeah. And once you get into the community and start talking about it and realize that other people are going through it as well, it can really, really be helpful. So there's a few things that you can do. Again, when I come on here and talk about this, a lot of these things are practical. Yes. But I think people forget them.
We do forget them, and if we're not intentional about it, it just, I don't know, for me, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, and I'm sure you've heard of these before, but it's the light box therapy, So you get the lights. And you can get those anywhere. They're about anywhere from $30 to $60, and what it does is it just provides you a little bit of extra light. You see them in a lot of therapists' offices, maybe in schools and everything else, but that does have a really, really good effect. I get up in the morning and it's dark. When I get home at night, it's dark. So anytime you can even get outside. One nice thing about this week is, it's been cold, but it's been really sunny.
Yes.
So having light coming through your office if you work inside is huge. People that work outside, they struggle in the cold, but I think they feel a little bit better when there's some sun out there. Mm-hmm. And so I look at January, February, March is kind of the 90 days of hell for Minnesota. As you get older, right? As you get older, it's tougher to manage some of this, and especially because January, this was a normal January. We've had some balmy ones the last couple of years. We get spoiled, and this year we kind of got pummeled with the cold.
It's like,
but look at it as a calendar, right? Mm-hmm. So January's almost flip the page, and then you have February and you have March, and then obviously in March you flip a coin whether it's going to be nice or not. But you can look at it like that. I got 1/3 of it done. So you got the box light therapy. Again, very practical, but again, and intentional. And a lot of people make these New Year's resolutions to get more exercise. Right. And then the second Friday in January is called Quitter's Day. Or people, they stop doing that. But anytime you can move your body and get to the gym and get some extra exercise, it releases a lot of those really happy endorphins and serotonin that can be extremely helpful. But again, it comes down to being intentional.
Yes.
So the first thing that I tell people to do when they're struggling with depression and seasonal affective disorder is get up and make your bed, because you're telling yourself right away you're not getting back into bed. And a lot of people that don't have depression don't understand that. But for people with depression and add on the cold, what happens is they have a hard time getting out of bed. And they have a hard time answering the phone, and then they get into this dark place with isolation. And so making your bed becomes a huge deal, because you're telling yourself, I'm getting out for the day. Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's made. So if you have that temptation, it's like, nope, I already made my bed. Yeah. I just recently, I understood that for the first time. I'd never had that feeling where you're just laying in bed kind of dreading the day. Yeah. It was like, oh, I do not want to, the things facing me today, I just don't want to face. Right. And that becomes a very real thing.
It's very real. Yeah. And so that's the first win you can do during the day. I also like to do, and this is something that you can do with your friends. I think it's really important, is doing gratitude lists. So make a list of gratitude of 10 things you're grateful for, and then send it to your friends. And pretty soon, you might be struggling in the morning, and then all of a sudden, like a gratitude list will come in, and you'll be able to read that and go, I have some things to get up for today. I have some things to be grateful for. The antithesis to depression depression to me is being grateful and having a community of people that can lift you up when you're down. And that's why, for me, I'm lucky, I'm blessed. I get to run 6 groups a week in their mental health groups, and I get to get people actively involved and starting connecting with other people. And that is another good antidote for depression and seasonal affective disorder, is other human beings.
Yes.
You know?
And that's what I think is maybe a little bit different about the way that you do therapy compared to the one-on-one that maybe we're typically used to.
Right.
Okay, we are going to hang out and talk with Tim Volz some more. We'll be back with Midwest Access talking more about seasonal affective disorder with Tim.